What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing cp3 kit on a 335D from the one and only WHITBREAD Performance. So one thing about this kit is it doesn't run the R90 or R70. It works with the stock fuel pump, which you can do either R90 or R70, but the secondary pump is a Cummins pump from 5.9 or 6.7 Cummins, like that. It's not the OEM one that you can put both of them, like S&S, how they do that. We're going to be using a Cummins pump. So let's get this started. All right, so first step, remove your intake manifold, remove your intercooler, piping, and your fan. So you have all this access right here. So you can get through everything nice and easily. Next step, you're going to loosen up these 3 T40 bolts. And then after that, you're going to take the serpentine belt off with this 24 down here. Or you can use a 15/16 right here. Fits perfectly right in there. All right, now you're going to want to take this off. And this might take a little bit of prying in the back. I like pried it from like right over here. Right here, so I can get it off because mine was pretty rusty, but now just get it off and just take it off just like that. Now, next step, you're going to take this 13 off and take this 13 off and this 110. And you have to take these T40s out too right here. All those 3 T40s. There's 1, 2, 3. Basically, you're just taking this whole bracket out right here. Now what you're going to want to do is take this 10 out right in the back right here. And then you might need to pry these 2 apart, but basically pull this apart right here, and you just remove those T40s in the back right there. Now when you're done loosening this bracket right here with the 3 T40s, which they will be very tight and it's very hard to take them off, but now you're going to cut it right here. You're going to cut that off. When you're done cutting this part, you could throw this back on the car. All right, now what you're going to do is just throw this bracket back on there. All right, so on my car, I have an R90, and you're going to take this T50 out right here on the top, not the bottom one that goes to the line up here. You're going to take this T50 out and be very careful. That's why I'm putting this. There's a check valve in there. Make sure that does not fall out. All right, so I just finished loosening up the T50 with the spring right here, and the check valve is still in there. Luckily, just be very careful it doesn't fall out. All right, now you're going to want to move this wiring all up out of the way. And you're going to start loosening this 17 right here. Right there. If you can move this line out the way. Yeah, right there. Loosen up that 17. All right, now when you're done taking this out, be careful because of the check valve. Now you're going to take this spring and put it on there and reinstall it back into there. All right, so I got unlucky. And my check valve came out of the actual hole, comes out, and it was very hard to get it back in, but I did get it back in. And now that is back on there, and I got to just tighten it up. All right, now, basically for the top one, the T50 you took off, you're going to take this spring off from right here, the top one right here, not the bottom one, the top one. You're going to take that spring off and throw it on this one, and then put the check valve back into the top. All right, now I got the top one back on, and like I said, be very careful because it fell out again when I was trying to put it back in. Now you just tighten it back up with your 17, just like that. All right, since I don't have this piece connected on, but you're going to have to cut this little lip off right here. All right, so I put this piece back on, and I cut that right there, cut that little shim off. And now you're going to cut about like 3 to 4 inches away right here. Like about right there. Yeah, that's like about 3 inches right there. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to flip this over so it's facing that way. And then you're going to cut the clamp that's on here, and you're going to face it towards this way, right? Like that. All right, now you're going to use these 2 adapters that they gave you. You're going to put one here and one onto here. All right, so as you can see, we put the adapter and we connected the 5/16 hose onto this facing this way. Now you're going to put that connector right back into there and then plug it into here. All right, so you can see These two will get clamped down right here. This is flipped, that's why we have to cut this thing. This goes around just like that, and tighten those two up. My boy Kyle's helping out tonight. It's gonna be a long night, so let's get this done. All right, so this is how it turned out right here. Nicely zip tied. Right back into here. All right, so in the kit, you're included 7-inch 3/8 fuel lines, but I only received one, so I don't know what happened. Maybe I lost one, I don't really know. But I have these upgraded ones, which have the braiding on them. So basically, they come with the T's. So you're gonna connect one right there and one right here, and then he gives you a 26.5-foot fuel line, which then you connect onto right here. This is how the T should look like, just like that. The 2 7s right there, and then the 26.5, just like that. Okay, now you're gonna want to disconnect that line right there. You just press in that blue thing and it comes right off. All right, now you're gonna cut this line off with a knife. You're gonna cut it along that way, and then right way. Or basically, you just slice it open just like that, and now you can just take it right off. All right, now you're gonna cut this line the same thing like you did. Just splice it open, just like that. You just cut it right open. All right, now you put this onto here, and then tighten that up, and then put it right back into where you got it, and then this goes right back to the other T. So as you can see, I have that blue one hooked up right there, and then I have it routed through right there. It's kind of hard to see, but it is routed right through here. The T is connected onto right here, right, if I could focus, right there. And then you have obviously that long hose right here. So you basically tee it off right there from where you cut it to where you cut it. You're basically teeing off 2 lines, these 2 lines, and then you tee it off, and then you have this long hose which will go on the diesel pump. And now we gotta cut that line right there. All right, now you grab your last T, and with your 5/16 hose, you connect the 5/16 hose to the bottom, and now we're gonna connect these 2 to the fuel line. All right, now this fuel line is what we're gonna tee into right here. So I'm gonna cut mine right about right there. Just like that. Second line is... All right, now once you're done cutting that line, just like that right there, you got this one sticking up. I'm gonna sort it all nicely right here and go through one side right here. Now you're gonna wanna take this off and replace it with this, and you're just gonna use the OEM bolts that come with it, just like that. All right, so you're obviously gonna take this off and swap it out with this, but why I said to put this on was just like this isn't flapping around everywhere. And I already took the T40s out, that's why it's like that, but so you don't lose anything, you just keep it on, and now you just replace it with this. All right, so as you see here, all I did was literally just replace that bracket right here, use the OEM bolts, and make sure this is loose so you could tighten up the T40s and still mess with the power steering pump right here. Just make sure you start these T40s so the power steering pump aligns, and then leave all this loose for right now. All right, now's the fun part, is putting the pump in. So you're gonna grab these 3 bolts and these 3 nuts right here with the washers. And then you're going to tighten down the pump onto there. All right, so I recommend pulling this off because this is very tight in here. I recommend pulling that off right there. Now you got this in, and now you just want to tighten up the T40 and all of these bolts right here. Now just tighten these up with the washer right here. All 3 of these, 1, 2, 3. All right, now what you're gonna want to do is grab this piece right here, and this nipple right here is gonna go in that nipple right there. You're gonna line it up so it don't move. Put all these bolts in, and now you're gonna tighten it right there. That's how it should look like right there. Make sure you do like 1 bolt at a time, and make sure it's all the way flattened down so it's nice and straight. All right, now at this step, once you get this on, you can throw the serpentine belt back on. Now you're gonna install this piece right here, right onto there. This is how it should look like, just like that, with the serpentine belt on. That's how the serpentine belt goes like. Kind of see, up, around, boom, just like that. All right, early in the video, I did tighten down all these 3 bolts, but I totally messed up. I forgot we got to put this belt tensioner on, so we got to put this on, and then you put the 2 long ones, so it comes with 2 long ones and then 1 shorter one, and then the 1 shorter one will go right in here, and the 2 longer ones will go right in here, just like that. And you just tighten them from the back, just like that. And also, don't forget to put your tensioner bolt in right in there. You're going to want to put it in from the back, facing towards that way, just like this. And then you throw it in right here, just like that. All right, so this is how it should look like. The small bolt goes in here, the 2 other ones go right in here, and then this should be loose like this. All right, now we're gonna throw this piece on here, and we're gonna face it just like that towards right there. Now you're gonna want to put the washer right in there, just like that. And then let's just grab the nut right here. And just put it right in there. The kit comes with a special socket for this, so you just tighten it down with this. And also the kit includes this little locker right here, which I'm gonna put down right here. We're just gonna torque this down to 77 foot-pounds. So it's just locking it right in place. And 77 foot-pounds. All right, now with the 3 remaining bolts that you have, you're gonna put this on with this, so you're gonna put this under and over, and it should just be snug in there. Just like this, you're going to throw it on right on there, and you still have a little. All right, now it should just look just like this. Now we're gonna throw this on. All right, throwing this little pulley on is basically you have the big washer in the back, that big spacer, and then you just throw this thing on, and then it's just a washer and a bolt. And what I did was I put a flathead right in the back just to hold it. Since there's no way you can fit that key in there, I just held it. And now it's all tight. Now it's all nice and tight. All right, so this is how everything should look like. Just like that. Everything's all nice. It's all snugged up. Everything's all nice and tight. Now when you get your pump, I got mine used. It comes with this nozzle. You can just take this out. Just like that. Like, just unscrew it. Just unscrew it. And you have this one just like here. You just take that right out too. So now, the skinnier line right here that will connect to onto that one, this straight one right here, the straight one will connect onto right here with the hose clamp, onto right here, just like that, with the 2, with that smaller bolt, and this bigger bolt will go in here with the 90. And then the thing is, you got to make it so it goes around this, because this is like super tight over here to get this on. So you're going to have to go around it. So it's probably going to be something little like this right here, just like up, so it's around it. So I'm going to come back right when I'm done. All right, so now I got both of these on and tightened on. So basically you want to angle this one just like that, so you could still put that one on. All right, so just like that, how I got it set up, and now I can fit that one right in nicely. So that one's up there, that's like that. That's how you set it up. Now what you're gonna wanna do is install this piece to the top of your R90 and on top of the Cummins pump. All right, so next thing what we're gonna wanna install is this fish tuner right here, which basically connects both of the cp3 pumps together. So let's get to it. First things first, it's gonna come with this, and we're gonna splice it somewhere in here. this fuse right here. I already have one fuse connected in there. We're gonna splice it somewhere right here and nicely solder it. All right, so this part I'm not gonna be showing, but basically I'm gonna just put this fuse onto that red wire. All right, now you wanna grab this, and I'm gonna put mine right in the back right here. Just hide it nicely if you don't really see it. And I'm just zip tie it right down there. And then I'll move the red wires and black wire down there, these two, and these wire you keep right here. All right, so I double-sided taped mine right here, right in the corner, so it's all nice, and I still have all this extra wire right here. So these two wires, you can route through right under here, and then you're gonna connect this one into here, into the actual connector, and then you connect the actual connector right into here. And then you connect this one, the Cummins one, right down there. You'll see it right here. So let's get that right here. Just plug it in right there. Just like that. So that's connected. These two are connected how they should be. I'm probably gonna somehow zip tie that just like that so it's less space. Now we just have that wire running through here. And this wire we can just zip tie nicely through around here. We have nice access just like that. And now we just gotta zip tie these all around, and we'll see you on the other side. Now when you're over here, you have this cover, and this goes to this big power wire. You're gonna take this small bolt out and then connect this positive cable to it, and then that negative cable will go right there. All right, with the negative cable, you're just gonna loosen up that bolt right there, and you're just gonna stuff that wire like that in there. All right, so that's how the wiring looks like. That one's connected on the positive, and that one's connected on the negative, and everything's all good. That's tight, everything's all tight. Now what you can do is plug in like a scanner to your car and just run the high pressure fuel pump to check for any leaks, check for anything, check if anything's leaking. If it's not leaking, then you're all good. You get tuned and you're all good to go. But yeah, everything's all good. Got everything hooked up. These go like that. Cummins one goes to there, and they both connect. And yeah, that's how you guys do it. See you guys in the next one.